并即将进行混合双打4分之1决赛，让我们用掌声欢迎技术官员入场。
3 matches. It's been about 3.5 hours so far here on court 1. We're into match number 4, mixed doubles. Cheng and Cheng Fanghui are taking on Jae and Chae, 4th seed from Korea. And that is the final spot up for grabs. We already have an all-Chinese semi-final here. We've got the Hong Kong pair of Tang Chunman and Seo Sweat. They actually beat Povaraniko and TotalEnergies pretty easily, the 5th seeds. Let's see what happens here in this last quarter-final. So, on court 1 then, this mixed doubles. We saw Huang Dongbing and Feng Yang earlier win.
I have red and black.
Cheng and Cheng Fanghui then. They've met once before. Xiao and Chae have won that. That was very recently at the Denmark Open. That one was won in straight games. 14 and 12. Not perhaps such a well-known pair, this Chinese duo here. Young as well, Cheng, who's just 21, 6 foot from Jiangsu province, 7th in the world. They were 25th just last month. 2 runners-up titles in their fledgling career together, Indonesia Masters last year, and the Wuchang China Masters Super 100 earlier this year. 23-year-old Cheng Fanghui, 173 centimeters tall, from Tuto. They did win the China International this year, as well as the Malaysia International last year. They dropped a game against Kaneko and Matsutomo in the last round. They beat the Algerian pair very comfortably. Obviously, a little bit less introduction needed for Jae, who is 26 years of age, 6 foot tall, from Jeonju, playing at his highest ever mixed doubles ranking of 4th with Chae. He is the reigning world champion in mixed doubles. The two of them won that a couple months ago. Chae is 28, 162. Asian Games, they also won a bronze recently last month. And yeah, they're really a pair of times. Terry He and Jessica Tan, they dropped a game against. Pretty contentious first game against Hameling and Peak in the opening round, which was Saw some tempers raised at the time. But they have done well together. Largely of Malaysia is our umpire. 6 titles, by the way, won by the Korean pair. Manfred Schum is from Hong Kong, China, the service judge. Their most recent was their home tournament, the Korea Masters. They also won the China Open right after the World Champs. One is up at the All England this year to Wang Yachong and Zheng Siwei. And also to that same pair, they lost the Thailand Masters final. They would come into this, Chris. I mean, conventional thinking would have them as the favourites here. High ranking.
Definitely in
head-to-head.
Yeah, they played each other not long ago. Totally different hall, Danish Open. But it was a fairly one-sided game, 21-14, 21-12 to the current world champions. I think it's a different game though, just because we're at quarterfinals of a 750 here. We are in China.
China, yeah.
So I do think the crowd are going to play a part here.
Gentlemen, on my right, Chen.
And the full focus is on court 1. Court 2 is complete for now as well.
And on my left, Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yu-jung, Korea. Chae Yu-jung to serve to Chen Sing. Love all. Play.
Slightly loose serve there to start with, but very sharp from the Chinese. Good defense. Chen there, stepped in well, took it early, just a short punch. Gave their opponents no time at all.
What might just stand Seo in good stead is the fact that he was out of the men's doubles in the opening round. Li Wang and Wang Qilin, the Olympic champions. But they are already down by 3.
Love.
Very good serve. Oh, she's got a slight tumble serve there.
1-3.
Delightful shot there played by Seo.
Yeah, brilliant vision and also the ability to play that shot, see his opponent, just fractionally took a move, put it into the gap. Brilliant from Seo.
Service over, 4-2.
69 matches played coming into this tournament, 51 wins for Seo and Chae.
Shot. Chinese had a good start.
3-4.
You have to remember here you got a pair who are 27 in the world playing the world champions, and at the moment they've had such a good start. You'd say it's a very evenly contested encounter, especially as only a couple of months ago or even less they played each other in another 750, and it was a very, very one-sided game.
We played 30 matches together this year. The Chinese pair, Chen and Cheng, and won just about half of them, 16 out of 30.
5-4.
Something that will make me think as well, this Chinese pair that we're seeing here will improve very quickly. The 3 other pairs that they're training with. 1 in the world, 3 in the world, 6 in the world. I mean, it doesn't get any better with your training partners than that.
True. You draw a contrast with that. Was it 2 days ago when you were talking about Kirsty Gilmore, the Scottish women's singles player, and then you were saying the depth of the squad there, the talent, because she's training with people far lower in her ranking.
Yeah, and it's a complicated one, and it's a bigger issue that the European nations are having, just because a lot of the Asian nations have so much depth. I mean, China in pretty much every category has phenomenal depth. That you have such a good training environment because, you know, the 5th ranked player from your country is still top 20 in the world.
Right.
So even if you have an international, a domestic competition, or, you know, the people you're training with are such a high level, whereas a lot of countries in Europe, they don't have the depth. So if you're the top pair or the top player, you might be 100 places higher ranked than your next, you know, nearest teammate, or it could be even more. And it's so hard when the level is that different between people you're training with.
What about you guys when you were in your doubles pair?
So for the majority of our career together, we were the highest ranked, but some of the other players, there was a biggish gulf, and it's not always straightforward finding solutions in training, because it can be difficult to get the right level, but it's also sometimes you get used to that level. So then when you play a tournament, you play someone 5 in the world, it does feel like a big shock.
Right.
The speed, the power, the explosiveness from your opponent just feels like, wow, I'm not used to this. You see from the way the Chinese have started, I know it's their home tournament, so they're always, well, not always, but generally going to feel more comfortable, more free, because you've got the crowd behind you. You're used to probably the conditions, used to the environment, but the way they've started, very confident, really strong start.
Leading by 1 here, Chen and Cheng. Trying that field. One she could have made. Lead of 3 now for Cheng and Chen.
I would say it's a little bit of a flat start from the Koreans, just in regards to the unforced errors. It's really good pressure from the Chinese, but I wouldn't say the Chinese are doing anything truly incredible. They're just getting the attack, keeping the pressure on their opponents, but something the Koreans do so well is solidness, how well they defend. Brilliant.
Very nicely done by Cheng.
7-7 interval.
The interval, Chinese pair lead by 4.
굳이 빨리 치지 않아야 되는데 빨리 쳐가지고 상대방 드라이브나 스매시 때리고 제자리 서 있는데 거기다 또 잘 때리고 붙여서 또 맞춰준단 말이야. 그 동작은 어쨌든 내가 빨리 쳐야 되는 상황이면 내 공격적인 상황에서 빨리 치지만 나머지 동작에서 너는 쳐놓고
20 seconds.
这盘球我指导要少，变化大，就带人对，他就在好。
11-7 play.
is only the 6th quarterfinal that Cheng and Chen have played in, but they're looking very comfortable here. Until then, of course.
Service over 8-12.
Lost their last quarterfinal against Midorikawa and Saito at the Arctic Open. Getting a couple of points back here, the Koreans.
Good placement from Seo. Middle of the tram lines makes it very difficult to be able to get it back, but also be able to turn it away. Good move there from Chae. And I do think one of the main reasons of their improvement over the last, say, 4 months, maybe 5 months is her improvement. I think she's really come on leaps and bounds. Chen Yu-jung.
3 in a row here for the Koreans. Oh, he's done well, hasn't he, Seo?
Maybe that sideways shift is a fraction more than I did think, because too late.
Do they want to?
Wanted to challenge it, yeah, but he was told he waited too long and it was too late. His delay was too long. From the angle we're at, it looked like it was going straight, as in it was going in, and obviously ended up out, so maybe the drift is fractionally more, but we are at slightly an obscure angle, so it's not easy to tell.
Just to give you an idea of sort of the gulf between the two pairs, I just told you that this is only the 6th quarterfinal ever between this Chinese pair. We've had 14 semi-finals for Chae and Seo this year alone, to just show you. And they've won their last 7 in a row, the quarterfinals that they've been in. Really worked out for them so far, isn't it, this first game?
No, I think the Chinese have been better in the first 3 or 4 shots, because here, straight away, they're getting on the attack. Koreans are having to hit in an upward direction. Chinese have served really well.
Chae.
16-11.
That was a nice 5-point lead that the Chinese enjoy. And they've scored more points now in this game than they did in the other 2 games that they played against Seo and Chae previously.
Appreciate it's a totally different round, it's a different hall, it's a different country that they're playing in regards to their previous encounter, but it's almost hard to believe. Last time they played each other, it was 14 and 12, a very, very one-sided encounter. When you see the Chinese today, they're playing really well. Definitely say that the level the Koreans are playing at is not their normal level. They're just a fraction off, but it's full credit to the Chinese, because not really allowing their opponents to settle or feel comfortable.
Looking to try and chip away at that lead. away. Nicely done by Chae.
Chae did very well there to spot where the gap was. She could see the two players rotating. Cheng there moving off to allow his partner in, but that's where the gap is. Well read. Good shot. Yeah, Chae there.
And from a very decent position now. This is well within the striking distance. Four in a row for the Koreans. Is this the experience now?
Yeah, and you can see Cheng there just telling his partner, we just need to calm down. We don't need to over panic or stress. We still have the lead. Yes, we've lost 4 points, but we've got to kind of keep calm, play the rallies, get the attack, work the rallies.
End that run. The Chinese. This is tight now, really tightened up.
I think the Chinese did very well there because they played the rally. They didn't. It's so easy to, in that situation, when you can feel it, to panic and think, I've got to win the point, I've got to win the point, and not play the rally out. And you have to be calm during the rally to make your opponent move and expose them. So far, I'm quite impressed with Cheng. I haven't seen him play enough before, but he's mixing his play up, he's covering the court, he's being proactive with his movement. As soon as he gets the Koreans off balance, he's stepping up, he's having quite a high base. He's not doing anything extreme. He's playing to a very good level with good variation as well.
3-point lead here for Cheng and Chen. Stop drop.
That's what I mean about the variation. I think he knows he doesn't have the biggest smash in the world, so he has to have that variation, but it's an asset because he's mixed up his attack so well that he's attacking against one of the best pairs in the world, and they have one of the best defenses in the world as well, and he's getting through because of that variation.
4 game points here for the Chinese pair. So Cheng and Chen take the first game. Great start for them. A little fight back from the Koreans just towards the end, not enough. Cheng and Chen win game 1, 21-16.
而不是你这人脚僵硬在那边发力是打不死，你就是要做好这个快拦下来，投出来以后哪里远哪里空，你就意识要抓这一个点，过了你的球重新这边贴了打没问题，贴完打完往前跟这一步，他就是打后，他的质量他觉得他质量好，好我一上去抢勾错不好，就是快放，对吧？这个节奏打得好，然后多点在一起。不需要再加，打到后面他肯定要冲的结果，他不敢给。你在这边这样，你看陈琴这边已经顶了这么好，推压他的追身球，你这边再还在原地等球是不对的，明白吗？所以陈琴你这边打完推完，他这边会往里压，你要注意保持要身后啊，就是保持住，最关键就是刚才我讲节奏，进攻的节奏，都以为我杀我要掉，以为我掉我要杀，就把这种球都以为拉起来我就是过我中半场嘛，我贴好这一拍，拍完之前我就往前压一步。在攻的时候呢，方会有时候在后场攻的时候，我跟他说的边别点，那么你别撤得太快，他杀的女孩子你别撤得太快啊，好吧，别撤得太快，然后你投你直接去搭那个自由钉的时候啊，如果方会撤的时候，你别杀完就杀完你杀完自己往前点给你，他现在你当前不就给别人出来，就回前出来，啊，然后接发球注意他速度啊。
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Check.
保持心态，就像跟谁怎么当训练啊，你啥也不要想，一拍一拍，把比分摇好。
Second game, love all, play.
Now I know, Chris, you were very, very impressed with Cheng
One
in that first game, weren't you?
Yes, I mean, no doubt about it. He's played an incredible first game. He's not really allowed his opponents to play. He's had good variation. He's been everywhere. He's been reading what's been going on. I think the big question is, can he sustain that?
And by that you mean like the levels of intensity?
Yeah, that level of quality, of variation, of reading the game, of being active, of covering his partner. I think if he can sustain that, I would say, well, I would be slightly surprised, only because he has played an incredible first game. But if he does, it's going to be very difficult for the Koreans.
Oh, she did very well there, Chen. And explain why maybe that you think it might be hard for someone to keep that level going.
Just because for me, I think he's played above his level. If he consistently could play at that level, there's not a chance he's going to be ranked 27 in the world.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
And this is the big thing. There's a lot of players out there who can play to a high level for durations in a game, for rallies. But to play even at that level for a full game is impressive, but to do it for a full match is even more so. And I'm not saying he can't, because, you know, as we've both identified, he's training with 1 in the world, 3 in the world, 6 in the world. So on a daily basis, he's playing with the best in the world. So this isn't a shock coming across a pair that are ranked 4 in the world. But for him to play at that level for such a long duration, at 2 or even 3 games, is the big, big question at a quarterfinal of a 750.
And Chae and Xiao are no strangers to going to 3 either.
No, also being, you know, match points down and coming back, or game points down and coming back. And yesterday, I don't think they were quite at their very best, but they found a solution and managed to just sneak through.
All-action rally.
Service
One of which the Koreans win.
3-0.
Just to give you a little bit of an example, we look at the China Open, right, which was just a week or so after the World Championships, and in that second round, Seo and Chae played Kyohei Yamashita and Naru Shinoya, 54th in the world. They lost the first game 8-21, and then went on to win the next two, 21-18, 21-18. And then, of course, went on to win the tournament.
Again, that's just another very, very good rally. Cheng. But the thing is as well, he's not being overly aggressive, so he's not forcing it in the wrong situation. And they're going across his opponent where he could see she was in trouble. She committed more to her forehand. Spotting the gaps. Not only 21 years old as well. China have got so many good young players coming through. I do think the COVID, that time period, hindered, obviously, badminton full stop, hindered a lot of countries, but I think it did hinder China maybe more so than others, and now, wow, they've got so many good players coming through.
Talking of played lower ranked pairings, Seo and Chae, the last pairing they played, that was below the top, out of the top 20, just like the pair they're playing now, was in the French Open, Turi and Wayland. And they lost that.
6-4.
Generally though, they obviously do tend to win against pairings outside the top 20. 69 wins and 7 defeats. Show there, looking at him in this picture, I mean, he's a top ranked pair in the race to the finals. He's very comfortable where he is in the mixed doubles pairing. I mean, you might have to do it all over again, Chris, in a big tournament like the World Tour Finals. Try win both mixed and men's. So it's big asks, isn't it, every time to try and do that in each and every tournament.
And this is why most players are just specialising in one event, because the depth now in men's doubles, ladies doubles, mixed doubles, and the doubles categories is just so good that you don't get any comfortable matches. So it's so hard round after round to play 2 events. It takes so much out of you, and also you can only half train, as in you can only spend half your time training for one category and half for another. So most players specialise in one and full focus on that one discipline.
Do you feel that's inevitable with him maybe in the next year or so?
It's so difficult, because what would you choose? He's double world champion. And, you know, there's not many players you can say that about. And I think if you ask different people which his better event is, I think there'll be a different answer. He's everywhere, Cheng.
Oh, what did he get
Oh
now?
my
Brilliant!
goodness. And there was a point where he played a net shot and ran back and tried to take the overhead. And he's everywhere. I don't know how he went in front of his partner to get one. He nearly got in the way of his partner then. And I think it's quite apparent in the second game, the Koreans it's not they're trying to isolate him and not include him, but they're trying to include his partner a lot more, because I think in the first game, the amount of shots she had to play wasn't that many, and when she did, she was in a good position.
Longest rally at 34 shots.
What I really like about that was when they lifted to Chae there, the base of Cheng. He was just behind the front service line. Okay, that was a bit too aggressive, but I love how he's stepping up, because it's very unlikely that she's going to clear over him. If she's going to clear, she's going to clear to the girl. So he's got a high base to then try and take the defensive shot early.
This is a good run for the Chinese pair.
You can just feel the pressure's building and building on the Koreans. They haven't found their rhythm, they haven't found their level yet, but full credit to the Chinese, because they've not allowed them to.
5 in a row now for the Chinese pair. Eleven 8. Cheng and Chen leading in this second game. They've already taken that first game.
그러면 높거나 뭔가 다른 방향에 또
강한 걸 치나 빠른 걸 치지 말고 부드러운 걸 해놓고 내가 부드러운 거 올 때 그걸 쓴다고 그러고 내가 강한 거 하더라도 또 부드럽게 돌아가고 그렇게 해요. 더 절제 숨 쉬고 크게
Players back on court. Hoàng Huy, Thái Sinh.
Just wonder, you know, Chris, they've been through a lot, this Korean pair. They've played a lot of badminton, right? Just wonder if it's catching up. I think it's some 75, almost 80 matches this year alone. I mean, we're talking pre-pandemic levels of badminton again.
Yeah, and I do think in his men's doubles, it definitely has caught up with them. Their level has dipped.
Right.
And they're not performing to the same level they were in the last couple of tournaments I've watched. And just not quite the same. It's a bit unlucky from Chae there. It's the right shot. She's seen the gap and just pushed it fractionally too long. These points are they're so important ones, because slight gift to the Chinese, and Chinese are going to play some good rallies, and if the Koreans gift them too many, the gulf, if it just grows the gap, the lead, the confidence grows.
As I mentioned, 14 quarterfinals this year. They've got through 10 of those, so they've gone deep in a lot of tournaments as well.
And this is the other thing, he's done that. If we look at Chae, he's done that not just in one event but two. So the amount of matches that he's played in 2023 will be ridiculous. There'll be so many, and it gets to a point where it does start to tell, and you just need to reset. You need a little bit of time to, you know, not long, couple of days or half a week to just relax, to then come back in and get that energy and that drive, that motivation, and recharge.
Well wide.
Just 2 unforced errors there from after I've been singing his praises, Cheng, and this is what I mean. Can he sustain the level from the first? Chen there, she defended incredibly well.
Right, we are all square again here.
Good serve. All good position.
13,
And this is what I mean now. Yes, the Koreans, their level has fractionally improved, but the Chinese have just dropped it just a tiny bit. You can see now the Koreans trying to stamp their authority on this second game.
Back in front for the first time since they were 8-7 up, the Koreans.
Brilliant.
Nicely done by Chae. You know, just playing that through as well, Chris, because they, after this, I haven't checked yet whether they're going to go to the Side Modi International next week. Assuming that they don't need to, of course. And then they've got the World Tour Finals in just a couple of weeks from now. Then you've got 2 weeks off, 2 or 3 weeks off, and then you've got the 3 tournaments in January. I mean, it's intense, isn't it?
And it is, the badminton calendar is, just because there's so many tournaments, and it's difficult because if you miss one, you give your opponents that opportunity. And now analysing the correct tournaments to play in relation to tournaments, but also training, it's not easy, it's not straightforward. And if you get an injury, or if you get a, I don't know, if something happens where you can't play the tournament you planned, you need to alter your calendar, alter your plans. You've got to be prepared to, you know, make these adjustments as you go along. And look at this, 16-12.
Yeah.
It was 12-9. 12-9 up the Chinese were. 1 or 2 cheat points, and then all of a sudden the Koreans have grown.
7 points in a row for the Koreans. And that runs to an end.
over 13-16.
Ooh, this is quite a critical juncture now in game 2.
Service over 17-13.
Well read. I think it was the wrong shot there. And Chae, she's too low to be able to control that and play it tight enough because she's below tape. Well read by Chen, stepping in.
That was unusual there from Seo.
17.
Narrowing again. They're challenging that? Oh, okay.
Challenges call out.
Well, they were on such a good run, and then they kind of switched off again, it would appear.
I think this return was pretty much perfect and caught. It looked like the middle of the line from where we are. And that was out. Wow. Brilliant, brilliant challenge. Because this is such an integral part of the second game.
17.
Only a point in it.
And that's 2 gifts the Koreans have given them. Off 2 returns of serve, not even a rally.
That's allowed the Chinese back in here. Seo stepping in.
Service over.
Seo read it well, just slightly loose. The block. Seo takes full advantage of that.
Again, this is second stop drop, I think that's happened to.
And I think very uncharacteristic. It's not a good lift, as in he's not off balance, he's not in trouble. He's in a good position.
Finally balanced this second game.
Now the momentum. So important now. No one really wants to lift because everyone's tense. You know, 18-all, no one's going to say they're very calm and relaxed. So no one wants to lift because you want to put even more pressure on your opponent. So they either play the wrong shot, they snatch, they do a short lift.
6 of the last 8 have gone to the Chinese pair.
Sharp there from Theo.
Really quick points these last few minutes.
Not quite ready there in defense, I don't think.
2 game points for Xiao and Chae.
See there, Cheng asking the coaches, should I have lifted? I think they suggested no. Keep it in the flat. Great shot.
Oh. Xiao and Chae drag it back and take it to a third.
Won by Chae and Chae Yu-jung. 21-18. 1 game all.
现场的各位朋友们，此刻我们更加应该在现在的深圳湾体育中心为你喜欢的队伍来加油打气，为他们来扛住所有的压力。那么现场的朋友们，我们现在准备好你们的手上将会出现你们所有人的面孔。
你要是软，他就放在
全部加油！你们一起喊出想要支持队伍的名字，我们一起来试一下，加油！
Well, Chris had mentioned it at the start of the second game, whether the Chinese pair could maintain those levels. And, well, here we are in game 3.
Play.
Threw himself at that one, Xiao.
Brilliant again, the variation of Cheng. But I think, you know, in the second game they had a patch, the Chinese, where they just a fraction, their level lowered, and the class then of the Koreans, the world champions, to raise their level slightly and then managed to sneak the second game. I still don't think the Koreans are playing anywhere near their highest level, but they're such an experienced pair that they're finding just enough required to sort of stay in the match and play the crucial points well. Serve, obviously it's not possible. It looks like it goes down. But obviously, I'm sure if it was too high, the service judge would call, but...
Oh, what a rally this is!
Oh, what a rally.
There was almost a full dive there from Cheng.
I think here just a slight indecision with the Koreans. Chae, she's got it.
She did have it.
It's almost an open court as well. It doesn't even have to be good. You can see the Chinese are everywhere.
It's really throwing everything into it.
We've had a very explosive, dynamic start to this final game.
Chinese up by 3. Should we read anything into the fact that that far end has been where the pairs have won so far, and then now here we are into the third, and they'll both get a chance at that, or not?
To an extent, definitely. I think the biggest...
Wow.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just... Well, it's the level overall of each player, as in the Chinese, very, very good in the first game.
Yeah.
Played well in the second, but had that dip. And when your opponents are playing well, they're stopping you from playing. They're not giving you the opportunity, the chance, the flow, the rhythm, the confidence.
Sure.
And that's something the Chinese did so well in the first. And obviously they didn't mean to drop their level, but their level did drop just a fraction, which allowed the Koreans to grow and get a bit more comfortable. And it just depends how it transpires in the third. Because if the Chinese keep their level as high, it's a big ask for the Koreans. But they are world champions for a reason. What a rally, again.
2 superb rallies.
And again, it's the constant pressure from the Chinese, and especially Cheng. And overall, he's everywhere. Hunting the shuttle, just keeps the pressure on.
Great entertainment.
It's been a really good start for the Chinese in this final game.
A 5-point lead already.
Intelligent from Cheng, good variation, and then when he drives, he knows his opponent's going to react by just driving back, so he was really ready for it and then injected even more pace.
Snatching that one, perhaps Chen.
Yeah, Chen, she hits quite a good first shot. Racket just drops too low and it's not ready for the second one. So racket carriage is vital at the net. And racket's got to be ready for the next shot. Short, sharp action at the net so that your racket is in a good position for the next shot. Again, Cheng reads it incredibly well. Could see the drive serve coming.
We'll make it over.
Over 3-8.
Again, good pressure. Reads where it's going, takes it early, just puts it into the gap. Makes it look so easy.
Sizable lead here for Cheng and Chen. Can they sustain? Can they push on? Challenge from the Koreans. It's out. Oh, massive 7-point lead.
10-3, play. Coach. Coach.
Oh, how good was that? Oh, did he? Awkward landing with the racket there for Cheng.
4-10.
Perfect return. Chae there. Just before as well, the umpire just asking the Chinese coaches to not talk, because obviously during a rally, whereas the rally's about to start, coaches aren't allowed to communicate with their players. Totally sure the Chinese coaches understood what was said. Again, all the hard work done again by Cheng. I know I've sang his praises throughout the match, but he's so active, he's everywhere. He's setting his partner up. So his partner gets the shuttle going in an upward direction with the Koreans in trouble.
So game 3 here, Cheng and Chen leading by 7, 11-4.
첫번 오자마자 못 쳤어. 쳤잖아. 그게 아니고 뭐야. 돌아오든지 넘어가든지 이게 돼야 되는 거야. 쟤네들 댐빙 애들한테 거의 팍팍 치는 애들한테 거기다 그냥 치잖아. 그게 아니라 돌아가게 만드는 죽이든지 이게 돼야 되는 거야. 어? 이게 돼야 된다고. 어?
가장 기본적인 거에 대한 플레이만 하면 되는데 내가 이제 내가 지금 플레이를 못 보고 내가 준비 대처가 안 돼 있는 상태에
얘는 없으면 더 와.
Play.
Points like that could prove to be so important there. Chinese just about managed to get the extra shot back and ended up somehow winning the point. See now the body language of the Koreans. Looking very, very negative. It's understandable, 13-4 down in the final game, but they've got to show their opponents that they still believe.
So he'll go at himself here. Cheng.
5-13.
I understand he's been setting himself all game, all match.
obviously so important for the Koreans now to just get a run, get something to just bring themselves closer to the Chinese. They can't allow this to just continue to the latter part of this final game.
Disappointed himself again. Cheng.
7-13.
Koreans defended well, very solid. Trying to take the belief away from the Chinese, make the Chinese think they can't get through.
3 in a row here now for the Koreans. Starting to chip away at this.
8-13. Chen, no delay, no walk around the court.
Seen quite a bit of this today from the umpires. This is, we were talking about a run. It's coming at a good time.
Yeah, and just a little bit of panic in defense there from the Chinese. Snatched at it just slightly. You haven't won a point for quite a few. You start to think, I've got to win it, got to win it. Snatch at the shot.
5 in a row now for the Koreans. Make that 6.
10-13.
Total momentum change. 13-4 it was. 13-4 to 13-10. That is a massive, massive run.
And within striking now. Remember at the interval, it was 11-4. So 6-2 since the break. This is a tremendous run from Xiao and Chae. Almost looked like a lost cause, didn't it? They were in such control, the Chinese. They took the first 2 points at the interval as well. Looked to be on a roll. Delight for this crowd, probably relief as well, just to have broken that run.
11.
Trying a bit too much in that situation.
12-14.
Cheng. I think if he'd just faded the shuttle slightly to the middle, he would have been fine. Almost tried a bit of topspin on his mid-court. Good defense, very good defense. Koreans definitely didn't expect that. It's the first time we've seen something like that from Chen in defense.
12. Thank
Brilliant
you.
shot.
Thank you. Quick.
이제 조금 강한 것보다 코치 생각하면서
Play.
자, 집중해, 집중해.
Just wonder if it's really starting to play on their minds.
13, 15.
Nine points they've got out of the last, or maybe 10 now.
직선에 지금처럼 그냥 가볍게 세게 치지 않아도
14,
된다니까.
Out of
15.
the last 14.
And often it's hard to remember you're actually in the lead, because when you've had such a big lead and your opponents are coming back, it just feels like you're actually losing. Because obviously the vast majority of the recent points have gone to the Koreans. Much the Koreans are pressing up in this rally. CO chasing.
Well, this has been brilliant from the Koreans.
Yeah, and the way they defended that rally was totally different. Both stepping up, trying to take it early. Taking the shot so much earlier, which gives your opponent less time. When you're attacking, if you have all the time in the world, you're comfortable to attack. If you don't have time, you're off balance, you're stretched. You have to make that decision so quick with what shot you're going to play.
Oh, Chae. The net.
급해지지 마, 급해지지 마. 괜찮아.
Service over. 16, 15.
Yeah, she knows it. Oh, great work to place it there.
Yeah, good return, put it into the gap in between both players, so both players are stretched and both gone for it. Amazing to come back to 16-all, no matter what happens, being so far down.
They've got 4-13. They've won 12 of the last 15 points. And they've actually gone in front. This is a stupendous comeback. One of the best I've seen in quite some time.
This is the thing, a pair of this experience, they're world champions, number 4 in the world, China Open champions. They've got that experience, that belief to be able to come back. CO knows there, after showing the shot he should have played, should have just lifted it. It's too big a risk to try and play that shot. Too low, and his opponent's on it. He knows he should have just lifted. But when you're tired, the correct shot isn't always the one that first comes to your mind.
This one is, wow. Amazing what's happened so far. And it's definitely getting nervy.
18, 17.
A little bit edgy on that serve.
The crowd's feeling it as well.
Great serve, no doubt about it, but 2 gifts in a row.
Yeah. Well, this would be one of the remarkable comebacks, certainly 2023. They can pull it off the Koreans.
Great serve.
Oh, Chae, yes! We have 3 match points for Xiao and Chae.
17.
This is unbelievable stuff from them.
Play.
Three match points. That is one of the best comebacks you'll see. They were 4-13 down, 16, I should say 17 of the last 21 points they've won.
Yeah, and that was a truly incredible comeback, and you know, I'm sure the Chinese will learn from it. They gave their opponents, the world champions, a glimmer, just a glimmer of hope. But that was enough.
That's all you need, right?
That was enough for the Koreans to pull off a truly outrageous comeback.
That one is going to sting for a while. They'll be absolutely delighted. Maybe a little bit of a wake-up call as well. Xiao and Chae, but just showed just why they are the world champions. They'll be shattered. They're also equally delighted. They're half the draw. They've avoided the 2 Chinese pairs as well. The other half the draw, but big smiles now for Xiao Sung-jae and Chae Yu-jung. They looked down and out, didn't they? Just a short while ago at the interval, especially when the first 2 points went to the Chinese pair. But the 4th seeds from Korea beaten Cheng Xing and Chen Fenghui 16-21, 21-18, 21-17. 64 minutes is taken.